Welcome DP Sogong aboard. Your learning journey starts now. Ever wonder what happens when AI isn't just a cool demo, but actually joins the team? It's not just about efficiency anymore. Suddenly, rights, responsibilities, who gets what, and how we bail if things go south, all that stuff needs to be crystal clear. This is where the DIKWP Civilization Bridge OS comes in. So, what is this thing? Think of it as a super-powered toolkit specifically designed for navigating the messy transition when humans and AI start evolving together. It's not just another software upgrade, it's a whole package aimed at tackling the big picture, technological shifts, making sure everyone's rights are respected, holding institutions accountable, and crucially, allowing us to undo things if needed. How does it do this magic? Through four key actions: registering the specific issues we're dealing with, mapping out who's involved and what their rights are, comparing different possible futures or plans, and keeping a strict record of who gave the green light and who made changes later. It's about bringing order to the chaos of change. Okay, why should you care about this system? What makes it special? Three big reasons. First, it makes the abstract concrete. Those vague ideas or claims, they get turned into solid records with clear sources, the conditions under which they're true, different versions, and importantly, who's responsible for them. You know exactly where conclusions came from. Second, it integrates powerful engineering tools directly into the process. Things like issue registration, stakeholder mapping, scenario comparison, and tracking approvals aren't just theoretical. They're built-in functions you can run, compare, test, and even export. The system handles the heavy lifting of organization, but keeps critical judgment calls explicitly for human eyes, comments, vetoes, and sign-offs. And third, it doesn't sweep failures or disagreements under the rug. It treats them as normal parts of the process, preserving evidence for both sides, acknowledging unknowns, and tracking every version change. This makes fixing things later much easier. All right, let's peek behind the curtain. How does someone actually use this thing? It starts simple: define the problem clearly. Then you meticulously register everything relevant, the raw data, where it came from, who observed it, the time period, who will be affected, and any hard limits you absolutely cannot cross. Next, you weave these materials into a DIKWP mesh. Think of it as a dynamic web connecting data, info, knowledge, wisdom, and intent, while also highlighting any conflicts, missing pieces, or leftover bits. The system then kicks in with its core functions: registering issues, mapping stakeholders, comparing options, getting human sign-offs. Humans then review these outputs, add counter-evidence if they disagree, correct assumptions, and formally confirm permissions and stop conditions. Only after hitting agreed-upon thresholds can experiments or actions proceed. Finally, everything, results, failures, dissent, revisions, gets logged, creating a clear traceable loop from the initial issue through options, pilots, appeals, repairs, and evaluations. It's a cycle built for continuous checking and improvement. So wrapping it up, why does this matter? Because it fundamentally connects the dots that conventional methods often miss, linking sources, observers, timeframes, permissions, counterarguments, dissent, and the real consequences of actions. It tackles a very specific bounded engineering challenge, not some vague AI upgrade. It provides a practical, offline-first tool you can actually run and verify. And most importantly, it ensures that even high-impact decisions involving AI remain accountable, tied back to identifiable people. It's about building trust and responsibility into the very fabric of human-AI collaboration. That's the bridge.